Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Lost, a podcast way better than Critical Role. How's everyone doing?
We said it. We said it.
Shots fired.
Therefore, it's true. Because
we're circle.
We're on the internet.
We have the mic.
We're on the internet. We would never lie.
It's true.
As I look and I peak my audio, let me turn that down. That's right. You don't get live edits from Critical Role. I actually don't have any problem with them. I don't. My only problem is I couldn't get into it.
And by into it, you mean you couldn't listen to it. I had this for a second in my head when I heard you say I couldn't get into it. I imagined you auditioning for Critical Role to play on there.
Yeah. They wouldn't let me play, so I went home. And now I don't like them.
I took my toys, went home, and did my own thing.
What?
Critical Role doesn't find toothpicks in their mic stands.
Yeah, I found a toothpick in my mic stand.
We need to pause for a second because it seems like Dave is having a magical mirror evening where he's just finding stuff he didn't know existed in his house.
Yeah, well, I pulled out what I knew existed was the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition, but then I found this. If you guys are watching the 1997 run of Berserk,
right? It's still in plastic.
Yeah, like most of my stuff.
I know that feeling.
I bet if I come over here, that's a wire. Yeah, that Red Dead Redemption, is that the first one? I can't tell. No, it's one of them, but it's still in plastic.
I feel like this is
They came in the PS4.
Meeting with Dave.
Life in plastic. It's fantastic.
If you touch my hair, I will throw you everywhere. Fine. Here. Wait, I think I already showed that off.
And now that I've managed to,
I want to see the toothpick again.
Now that we've combined to break Elizabeth,
put it back. Yeah. There is one thing. If anyone is watching this on YouTube. Last week's episode got messed up.
Did it?
Nobody here knows about it because this is their first time hearing about it. I clicked. No. It works. It's still up there, but it's not the normal visual that we have, like how we have the 4 block, because we were recording 2 episodes, and so I fast clicked. And when you click record, it's like, do you want to record on your computer or to the cloud? Well, they both begin with C. So I clicked really fast and we recorded to the cloud.
Oh.
So I got the episode back. It's just different. It's pretty much it recorded it like whoever's talking is whose face shows up.
Oh, the speaker, yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if the audio is fully synced up because it didn't give me all the different audio files, which means I couldn't get the music file, and so I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, get this off my computer. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Surprise.
We are better than Critical Role.
Yeah.
We are.
You're getting the real deal, the real behind the scenes stuff. Hey, you want more real behind the scenes stuff? I have an 8-episode thing that I have to edit for myself, but but it's the Blades in the Dark run, which that was real good.
I'm excited for that.
I think the ending is like one of the best season finales that I've ever ran.
Very cool. That's exciting.
To be fair, though, Ravenscales, we just had no one could meet for 3 months, and we're like, that was season 1.
we got gypped out of a official season ending.
So
we're working on it.
And Sky Pirates, I was tired of Sky Pirates. I liked playing with that group. What I hated was that we were stuck on an island with no other interaction, and it was like it wasn't meant to take 8 years.
Yeah.
It was supposed to take like I don't know, a couple months.
We were being very thorough about our investigation of the island.
We were very thorough, but then also, like, it was the same thing where we would have a good chunk, and then all of a sudden we would have schedule conflicts, which is the thing to.
It is the thing. It is the thing.
But yeah, Blaze in the Dark though, it's not my. We have a lot of fun recording it, and it's really fun, but it's just like, I'm like, man, we're not getting to that story. Not everyone's like connected, and then it's like, it might be a little spoiler, but like, I think the season finale is just like, everything's together, and it's like, it's great.
That's exciting. Well, I will listen to that when it comes out. I'm looking forward to that.
That will just be on YouTube. So
that's fine.
Trying to think if there's anything else I want to plug. But I can't think of anything.
Well, I'll plug our Shadows of the Demon Lord, too, because that's been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I'm running a lot of games.
Yeah, you are.
I'm currently also getting Travelers set up.
Oh, gosh.
That's a wolf man.
Hey, look, I have one of those, too.
Yeah, Nite's like that little brother that's like, Big Blood has it, so I want it. And so when I'm like, I didn't want to be running this, and Nite's like, I bought the book. I'm like, you're not even like confirmed to be on the cast. What are you doing? He's like, oh, I don't know. I just want to be.
I mean,
he's like, it's pay to win, right? If I buy a book, I get on. It's like, no, that's not the guarantee.
I mean, to be fair, you said
you're paying the wrong people.
You told me that Travelers is this whole space thing. It's like, space? Cool.
Yeah. You know what's also space? That right there. Scum and Villainy. It's Blades in the Dark in space. It's definitely cheaper than Traveler because it only has one volume. Traveler has like 300 volumes. And they're still coming out. Anyway. I don't know.
We're spicy tonight.
I blame that stupid dog.
I was gonna say, Dave has some like pet aggression going on.
No, it's.
Don't deny it. You can be annoyed at your pets. It's fine.
It's not my pet.
I know. Well, you can be annoyed at the pet that you are
It's
pet-sitting.
easier to be.
I realized like I think I would be a little more patient. That makes it sound like I'm like yelling at this dog. I'm not. I'm more like
Dave's a dog beater. You
no,
heard here first.
if I'm gonna do anything to a pet, I'm gonna be. Actually, this got my mod really mad because he's like, "What if you went over to like a certain country? Would you eat dogs?" I'm like, "Heck yeah!" And he's like, "That's messed up." I'm like, "Dude, in other parts of the country they serve guinea pigs, mice, and like cats." I'm like, "Why not? It might taste good." I'm like, "I don't care."
I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, having owned a dog, I don't think I could do it.
I don't know.
And I will eat most things.
Yeah. But I do get annoyed at dogs. We just finished watching our brother and sister-in-law's dog, and that dog regularly tries to kill me on the stairs. And
I'm glad you had a dog. We just finished watching my brother and sister-in-law.
Oh, yeah, their dog.
They tried to kill me. It was a movie weekend.
No, their dog. Yeah, their dog regularly tries to kill me on the stairs, and I'm pretty sure every time I walked up or down the stairs this weekend, I was yelling at that dog.
See, that seems to be a more typical cat behavior than dog behavior, but...
The problem is she's like, what, 50 pounds, and like you walk up the stairs and she decides she has to blow past you, so
yeah,
if you don't like keep to the side, she will just take you out on her way.
See, cats will intentionally be walking between your feet on the on stairs and stuff.
Well, that's our other dog. That's our tiny dog.
That's true.
She's more cat than dog.
Yeah,
I've been told by multiple people, they're like, "Oh, you look like a cat person." I'm like, "You would think that, except I'm deathly allergic."
Did you find out if your dog allergy is back?
Well, when I got home, my hands were itchy, but we'll find out because I got 3 more days. So
that's not good.
Yeah, itchy hands is probably a good indicator.
I washed them.
Yeah.
And then I went and handled my meal prep, so...
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, it will die in a month long in the freezer, but... yeah.
Okay.
Now we got that out. Now we can actually start our pre-show banter. What do you guys think about documentaries?
I love them. Love, love, love them.
What's your favorite documentary? See? False news.
Yep.
Fake news.
Hates 'em.
I love them. Can't
Totally
name
hates
one.
'em.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the one that just popped in my head. I don't even know if it would be considered a documentary. What you
Wait,
think?
are you asking what's my favorite documentary or documentarian?
Oh, I don't know.
Like actual documentary.
Yeah, okay. And then you said who makes you something about who, and I was like,
oh no,
do you guys know I was in a documentary that may or may never get published? But I was in a documentary for a while.
So, but if it's never come out, is it actually a
parts
thing?
of it too?
Yeah, John was in it too.
Yeah, no, I don't think they ever filmed any more than just us. So
I think there was one other person.
yeah.
Does that really
It's
count
one of
as
those
a? Does it really count if it's not actually edited and published?
I know. I don't know.
It doesn't.
It was the attempt at a documentary.
Yeah.
What
We
was
had
it on?
people in our house with cameras.
Yeah.
I'm in my house with cameras right now.
Technically, all of us are.
That's true. It was following a psychologist who uses exposure therapy to cure like fears and anxieties. And so I have a really bad fear of driving at times because I was in a bad car accident a few years ago. I guess longer than a few years ago now. So, and then also they tried to cure our sleeping problems. So yeah.
I don't know that they tried to cure it. I think they more just kind of like documented it.
I heard alcohol helps.
Especially with the driving.
It's not.
With all
my
things.
gosh.
Gotta go, take chance. Gotta go fast and take chances.
Oh my god. So yeah, so I was almost in. How about we'll say it that way? I was almost in a documentary. Let's see. What have I really enjoyed? I loved the documentary Fake Famous. That was so interesting. They basically like set up this experiment to see if they could turn a random no name into a successful Instagram influencer. So that was really interesting. Any of the Nexium documentaries, so good, so weird, such a terrible. I just watch lots of cult. Let's just be honest. I watch cult documentaries. That's what I watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense with what we're playing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I could probably like list off. John gets annoyed with the documentaries I watch because sometimes I watch crazy alt-right conspiracy documentaries because I want to see what people are thinking, and then he's like, "Why is this in our watching list? What's happening?"
Not
to
because you're buying into what they're saying,
No.
more so because you want to see how crazy they are.
I
But
do.
then it, like,
I do.
it clouds my digital library. I'm like, what is all this trash? Why is this in here? Like, remove it when you're done.
Oh, you can find crazy all over the spectrum. There's just certain spots that seem to have their own special breed of crazy.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I could talk about this forever. I will let other people decide what or share their favorite documentaries.
How about you, John? You seem to have
I'm
to.
trying to think of the name. It was the one where this guy wanted to do a documentary on taking steroids, and so
the Russian one.
Yeah.
No, that's right, yeah.
So he started, taking steroids, and then got hooked up with a Russian doctor who was like providing them for him. And turns out this Russian doctor was also the one who managed the steroid use of their Olympians. And so it turned into this whole thing where like the documentarian had to help the doctor escape the country because
it was that whole scandal.
It was
when
when
Russia was
like
found out for taking steroids for their Olympic teams.
Yeah, so it started as this very simple premise that like very like organically turned into this like fight or flight kind of like scenario. It was very very interesting. It's called Icarus or something like that, or Icarus something. I forget.
Um, the QAnon documentary was so good. That was a
Yeah.
docu-series. That was QAnon Into the Storm. Oh my gosh. So good. So, so good.
Girl.
All right, like I said, I could talk about this forever.
Yeah. How about you, Knight? What do you got?
I guess it kind of depends on mood, but a lot of theme park documentary type of stuff. So Defunct Land does a lot of really, really good videos that are very documentary style stuff, and then more sciencey tech sort of things like Smarter Every Day recently finished a 3-part series of a tour of the Kodak manufacturing facility where they make film. That's just more a how it works style of thing, but it still fits in that documentary category.
That's very cool. Did you ever watch a documentary they did on the Death Amusement Park out near us in New Jersey?
Adventure Park.
I think it's called Adventure
Don't
Park.
think I've seen anything about that.
Oh, you should go. You should. Let me see if I can.
It was this. It was like an amusement park, like water park that had zero safety controls, and like people died there. Multiple people were seriously injured. Like it.
Yeah.
It
So
it was a death trap.
It was bad. The documentary is called Class Action Park. And it's super fascinating. And it's funny because a lot of people who grew up going there have these like beautifully fond memories of it. Like they loved it, even though they talk about like riding down these rides and like just getting like road burn like all over their body or rashes because they like got scraped against concrete or whatever. But they just like thought it was the funnest thing in the whole world. And then as adults, they're like, what the crap? This place, I could have died like multiple times. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Loop. That sounds interesting.
That
Do you see the picture of it?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the picture on Wikipedia right now. That's
insane, right?
That's pretty impressive.
It didn't work. It wasn't engineered correctly.
They sent a mannequin or a dummy down, and it was decapitated going through that.
Get wrecked. I found mine. I had to look them up.
Okay, I'm ready.
First one is District 9.
Did I watch that?
That's not a documentary.
I know.
It's a good movie, but it's not a documentary.
It starts off like a documentary. It's like it starts off and ends.
Is the second one Blair Witch Project?
Then we need to put the Poughkeepsie tapes on there too. Yeah, Blair Witch Project.
All right, hold on. Okay, I have my real ones. This is Spinal Tap. That was a good documentary.
Oh, I feel like I've.
That's also not a documentary.
It's not.
I'm getting closer though.
Documentary.
I know,
but I've always wanted to watch it.
It's great.
I was gonna say
It is a lot of the hair metal bands that like are from the time period that they're parodying are like, no, that's like really close to how it was. Like it's if it wasn't a fake band, it could very well be what was happening.
Yeah.
But for real, I don't know if this one
is a real documentary.
Yeah, it does like it kind of shows the effect of nuclear fallout and stuff on the world. It's a movie from 1984 called Threads. It's pretty much I think it was filmed. It's from the BBC, but pretty much it's like it follows like this like young couple that's like kind of just out of like high school or something. It's like, we're gonna get married. This is cool. And then like nukes drop in England, and it's like the first like third of the movie is like setting up characters, but then like the rest of it's like, well, when the nukes drop, this is like what happens, and here's what irradiated, and then it goes through the timeline of like what of possible effects and stuff. It was really interesting. So I don't know if that's able to be found anywhere, but then an actual documentary that I liked a whole lot, which kind of goes back to something we said before we recorded. It's Jodorowsky's Dune. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Jodorowsky, he's this like kind of indie kind of film director, and he got the ability, or he got the rights to film Dune. And like,
okay.
it's really interesting because like people that like watch this and talk with them, it's like this possibly could have been the best science fiction film that was ever made.
Wow.
But yeah, publishers and like producers were like, no, and then we got the Dune movie with the guy from Twin Peaks instead, which I don't know. I just might be a sucker for Dune and was in the right moment when I watched it. And I was like, this ain't great, but
there's a lot of people that say it's doing some interesting things for the time period, but
yeah, it's just funny because it's like, hey, there's Agent Cooper, and hey, there's John Picard, and there's blah blah blah. And so, but yeah, it's a really interesting movie. Of just like it goes like through his film history, and it's just like, yeah, I could understand like, I forget what some of his other movies that he made, but it's just like they're very like pretty much he was trying, like he had the Dalai Lama as one of the characters, like playing a character, like he got.
Wow.
Like, he had, like, all, like, the perfect cast and everything. And, like, producers were just like, no, it's like, this costs too much. And so he's like, so if I get $1 million, if I raise up $1 million, you guys will cover the other $1 million and we can film it. And they're like, let's see if you raise the $1 million. And he does. And, like, he raises the money. He gets, like, all these people, like, to, like, sign on the project. And the producer's like, nope. And does that. But
that's really interesting.
Good thing. And I put off talking about this episode for enough. Because I just saw it and it's like 22 minutes.
In.
I hope you guys enjoyed
our
the
podcast on documentaries. Come back next week.
We probably should have stopped before we started talking about documentaries, but here's some creepy music. Because everyone's awake. If you guys didn't listen to the last episode, well, that's on you. But there was some fun
It was a good
dreams.
episode. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did any of it make sense? To me, yes. So, but now it is the next morning as I open up my notes. As soon as I find them, I have to go through multiple different things to find it right there. Ha. Okay, so you guys are all like in your respective areas and all that stuff, homes, and you just had this experience, these dreams. I need all of you guys to roll sanity. Which I can't remember if I made you guys do that last time.
You didn't make me roll sanity.
No, like the first set of dreams.
Okay.
I think we did.
Okay.
66 over 49.
I am 96 over 62.
2 fails.
And a 71 over 61.
Ooh, everyone fails. Let's see. Then that means I get to do the big die.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna... Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna do a D10. Alright, so this is for Caleb. That's 1. I hate that. Alright, let's see. This is for Cora. That's 4. And for Skip,
1.
that's a 9. There we go. That means, folks, he only needs to lose 1 more stand. Oh, wait a second. You lost 5. Don't you go temporarily insane?
I was gonna say 9 is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a percentage or...
I remember it was right around this time we had to do the same thing.
I know.
Sanity.
So I did just get. So when I put that in, I got a indefinite insane check mark.
20%. If you crossed 1/5 of current sanity points in one day, you get. Oh no, that's the indefinite insanity.
I think you have temporary.
Yeah, I mean, on my character sheet, it popped up a little number 13 next to indefinite insanity once I plugged that number in.
Well, mine did too, though, and I didn't lose.
Oh, maybe it's.
I think that's how much you would have to lose in a day for the indefinite insanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
God.
because I think that's always been there for me.
That would make sense.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't
So,
I think the temporary insanity is accurate. It would be. I think he has to roll to.
yeah, I think a 1d6.
Yeah.
So,
to see how many hours.
I'll let you roll that.
Alright. Which die do I want to use? Let's try this one. 2.
2 hours. Okay, so yeah. So, yeah, you guys all woke up at like 4:44. And so you are you, well, I'll ask you, Skip, do you think you're going back to bed after this?
You just get to sleep it off.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? No, I'm not giving you that option.
I mean, I don't think I was gonna let myself. But...
Yeah, I know. I didn't think you were, but it's just, I think what happens is, like, maybe you're trying to fall asleep, but then every time, like, you close your eyes, you hear snakes.
Yeah,
I would.
I would say, based on the way we ended, when he was like kind of in, doing the fetal, like tucked, rocking back and forth type of thing. My guess is that like he would probably like, drag a blanket off the bed and end up in like a corner of his room, just kind of doing the same thing. And then like we can add like the audible hallucinations or whatever. So he's kind of, in the corner of his room with a blanket wrapped around him, just kind of freaking out.
Sounds terrible.
And it's like every time, like maybe you're getting close to like drifting off to sleep, you just hear,
right?
And like maybe like you feel like it's like one of those phantom feelings where like you think you're feeling like a snake underneath the blanket, and you look and you're like, there's nothing there, and then it's like almost 7 o'clock in the morning where you can hear the Hudsons, like Dean and Mora, moving around. That it's like it's finally like subsiding. How about you, Caleb? What are you doing? It's 4:44. You woke up. You had a dream.
I think Caleb is going to be going and checking on Sarah, seeing if Sarah woke up to anything, and after that, probably going, at least attempting to go back to bed for a little while. But probably not sleeping particularly well the rest of the night.
Yeah. Well, you go and look into Sarah, and she's like, she's sleeping fine, but is there a window to her bedroom? Like, how do you imagine her bedroom?
I would expect her room would have a window too, that'd be like outside.
All right. Like, so when you come in, you see her, like, kind of maybe in, like, a stool that she had, and, like, she's just sleeping with her head in her arms, bent over the window, just sleeping peacefully.
Like, so sleeping at the window?
Yeah.
Crazy kid?
That's so creepy. That's, like, so creepy.
Doing crazy things sometimes.
And then her head turns around 180 degrees and says, "Bah, ram you." Anyway, that didn't happen. So, yeah. So you just see her sleeping. Are you just gonna leave her there, or?
Yeah, I might ask her about. I think I would. If she's looks like she's sleeping, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't expect.
Supporting scoliosis. I see how it is. All right. And how about you, Cora?
Yeah. I don't think Cora's gonna go back to sleep. I think she's just gonna get up. So she's gonna go check on Timmy first.
Okay. How do you think Timmy's bedroom's set up?
I mean, I imagine that it's like he has a bed, a desk, a chair, some of his you know, like maybe a wardrobe for clothes or like a box of toys or whatever. Um, I kind of imagine in my head, like you walk in and like the bed is in the corner and there's like a window next to it. And then like the desk is over to the right and the wardrobe's over to the left, and making this up as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a toy box at the bottom of his bed.
Mm-hmm. So when you come in, you see him. He's not awake, but he's sitting in his bed looking out the window. Like, legs like crisscross applesauce. Depending on how old you are, that's not always what it was called. But anyway. But yeah, he's just sleeping there,
He's
legs
sleeping?
crossed. Yeah, I said he was sleeping. He's not awake. He's just sitting there.
How does he
Staring at
stay
the-
upright? That's not possible.
Got a strong core. I don't know. It's your kid. He's a freak.
All
We won't
right.
say he was building into that, but
Yeah, Cora doesn't like it. And so she's gonna like quietly, she's not trying to wake him up. She's gonna quietly like walk around to the window and just look out.
hey, roll spot hidden.
Oh boy. I haven't been rolling great so far today. All right, let's pick a different set of dice here. Okay, all right. That's 49 under 59.
Hey, you look out and you see your yard. You see the tree line where you remember Timmy talking with something or pointing out there with the other kids. Oh, wait a second. Isn't George with you too?
Yeah, I guess the question would be, is he in Timmy's room?
Woody? It's your house. Would you put them in the same room?
I'm guessing Cora doesn't have a big house, so yeah, probably. So I would say that probably like Timmy would be on the bed, and like maybe we set up like a mattress on the floor next to it.
Okay. Well then, let me also just paint a little picture, because George is not sitting legs crossed like Timmy, but he's like sitting with his head propped up towards the window, like laying on his belly, just head in hands, staring up at the window, but also completely asleep.
So weird.
What is wrong with our kids?
Makes
So,
me so uncomfortable. Okay.
Yeah, and so you look out there and you actually do see something.
Uh-huh.
You notice that Timmy didn't clean up target practice, so that's still out in the yard. But like as you're looking out there, it's like, I don't know, your eyes are kind of, and you don't know, maybe this is like due to the sanity loss that you just went through, or not, but it's just like, you can't tell, is it just the wind blowing the grass and trees, or is there somebody walking through there? Because it's dark. I don't know if there's lights out there, and you just Like, as you're just staring through there, you just hear, Mom?
I guess she like startles because her kids are real creepy right now. Um, Timmy, hi, bud.
What you doing?
I was just checking something outside.
Are you looking for the tall man?
Yeah, actually, I think so. Were
Oh.
you looking for the tall man?
No. We already saw him. You just missed him. But I'll go to bed now. And he just kind of straightens out and flops, and like at the same time, like George's head like falls out of his hands into like the pillow, and it's just like both are just like fast asleep.
All right. Now, when Cora was like watching the grass move, did it seem like if it was someone that they were like close by, were they like far away on the property? Like, what was the vicinity?
Like, I don't know. Well, I guess like probably the moon is out, so that's why you're able to see that like the target practice stuff. Timmy didn't put that away, but it was like maybe just like along the tree line.
Okay, so it's not super close.
Yeah, like where like the shade of the trees are kind of masking everything,
Okay.
and so masking the moonlight.
All right, so Cora's gonna tuck the boys back in. You know, like put the blanket on Timmy and make sure that George is like laying normally, and then she's gonna go into the kitchen and make herself a cup of tea to try to like calm her nerves and pull out a notebook. And Cora's basically gonna spend the next, you know, however many hours until the kids get up and they have to get ready for school, just like detailing the last few days. So like starting from the accident or the attack in the mine to the dreams to Skip coming in town. Like she's just going to like try to remember every weird thing that has happened and like actually put it on paper. She's afraid that she's gonna forget, and she really wants to make sure that she's like documenting and puzzling and trying to like make sense of this.
All right. And so time passes. Caleb, I guess you might help Sarah. She gets ready and for school, and you do your. I guess you guys do your normal thing where you meet Cora with Timmy. I forgot Timmy's name. With Timmy and George, as you guys are kind of making your way.
And I think as we're getting ready in the morning, I would be asking Sarah if she slept okay, if she had any weird dreams or anything.
And
well, we'll start from there.
Okay. I don't know, like it looked like it was about to. It was weird. It started off, my mom was there, and like she, I don't know, was acting weird, but then the tall man Timmy told us about, he said, I don't know, something like, not today, and I guess it was Nite, but anyway, like he said, this isn't something for young minds or something weird. I don't know. It was really weird. And then like he like tapped my head in my dreams, and then I don't know. I don't remember any other dreams.
Did the tall man give you a name or anything?
No, he just said friend.
So what did this tall man look like?
I don't remember. I remember he had a suit with a bunch of different like dots on it, and he talked funny.
Funny how?
Like, you know, in kind of like Mr. Poe when he's like, "Oh, books wait," but it's more like longer, just like children. You know, it was weird.
Did you see him last night? What? Because it looked like you were sleeping at your desk for some reason, or at the window instead of in your bed.
I don't remember that. I don't know. I was in my bed.
Interesting. Well, let me know if you have any other. If the tall man shows up again, I'd really like to talk to him.
Oh. Okay.
And I guess we'll finish our morning preparations and meet up with Cora.
Okay. And well, Cora, are you doing any morning stuff now? Like
Yeah, I think when the boys come out for breakfast, I'll ask them, so how did you guys sleep last night?
I slept. It was weird. Like, it was just weird dreams. And Timmy's like, and he's like, yeah, no, well, it wasn't weird, but it was cool.
Oh yeah? So I know I had a super weird dream. Do you want to tell me about yours?
Okay, so pretty much I was running around and the town was on fire, and I was just had to be around like, no, everyone get out. But it was just like pretty much the tall man, he came and he pretty much was like, no, not for youngins, and or something silly like that, and sent us out. Well, me out. I don't know what George was dreaming about.
So Timmy, you were in the town and it was on fire?
Yeah, near town square.
Do you remember if I was there?
Well, I wasn't in trouble, so I don't think so.
Well, if you were helping people, you wouldn't have been in trouble.
I'm gonna remember that.
You should. So the tall man came?
Mm-hmm.
And he took you out of the dream?
Yeah, he said, no, not today. And then I woke up later. Well, I woke up and you were like, I don't know, in my room. And then I went to bed.
Do you remember why you were sitting up?
I was sitting up? No, I was sleeping.
Yeah, but you were sitting up while sleeping.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
It didn't look it. You don't
No.
remember that?
No.
Okay. George, how about you? Did you have a weird dream?
Well, I saw my dad, and then it was just, I don't know, he didn't look like he was doing well, and then, well, yeah, the tall man, he came in, and he pretty much turned me away from my dad and said that I shouldn't see this, and kind of just sent me away, and then I woke up. Mainly because Timmy was throwing his pillow at me. No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I was.
In the middle of the night, guys. Come on.
No, it was like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well, maybe that's okay. If you weren't getting up for school. So, it still seems like you guys aren't afraid of the tall man.
No. He's nice.
Do you remember what he looks like?
He's tall. He got real stretchy arms.
Stretchy arms.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. They look like they shouldn't. Like, I don't know. They look like they're not supposed to be that long, but they are.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
You do? Do you have stretchy arms?
No.
Am I gonna get stretchy arms?
No. No, don't try to get stretchy arms. That'll hurt you.
As like you see, like Timmy's just like, ah! George, pulling my arm. Okay.
No. Only tall man gets stretchy arms.
Tall man gets all the fun.
All right, guys.
What if I get to be tall?
Good luck, kid. That was Uncle Buster's dream this whole time. Someday I'll be where the tall ones are. Look at that height, isn't it neat? Except I'm squabbling here at people's feet. What is that world?
Gosh, what is happening right now?
It's a musical episode.
I did not prepare for this.
Neither did Uncle Buster, but he's here. And now I'm out of this world because I made a bet. Now I'm dead. Dude, Uncle Buster make a cool ghost. Anyway, moving forward.
Yeah, so Cora just like gets the boys ready and heads off to school.
Okay. We hear at the door.
Whose door?
Hey, Skip, you coming out?
What time are we at now?
You woke up at 4:44. It would be 2 hours, so it would be 6:44.
All right. Would we say the sun's up at this point?
Yeah, it's kind of one of the. I think it. We'll say it's starting to come up.
All right. So at this point, I would say Skip is kind of like he's gotten himself to the point where he's sort of just like moving around the room, just sort of still in a daze, but like trying to like get, basically trying to like touch back to reality. And is kind of going over in his mind, like almost like yelling at himself for feeling as afraid as he did, and kind of like convincing himself that it was just a dream, it was all in his head, it wasn't worth like being upset about. So he's a little cranky. So that's where we're at. So did they open the door or just knock?
He just knocked.
Okay. Skip just kind of mutters, yeah, I'm up. Give me a few minutes. I didn't sleep very well.
Okay. Just letting you know, you have a phone call.
A phone call? Who's calling me?
How come I can't find anyone's name when I'm trying to find it? Give me 1 second as I scroll through my notes. I said he was Captain O'Neill.
Oh. And like Skip kind of like startles and like goes and like throws open the door and says, "Where is he? Where's the phone?"
It's in the kitchen. Wow. You must be a sweaty sleeper, man. You stink. Anyway, it's right over here.
Skip's like, yeah, and just kind of like pushes past them and like grabs the receiver and says, "Yes, Captain. Agent Skip here."
I'm here to find out an update. I don't remember what my voice was, but we'll say it sounds different on the phone. I'm here for an update.
Yes, sir. Things are going well. They're progressing well. I've made good progress on securing the mine. I'm scheduled to speak with the mayor, who I guess has to have the final sign-off. But based on my interactions with him, I'm not expecting any issues there. That should go pretty smoothly. So I would say within a couple of days, I should be able to secure the mine and have that in the government's hands, and we should be good to go.
When you say secure, what do you mean by that?
That we'll have ownership of it. Now, clearly, we'll need to bring some,
Skip.
people in to take over the mine and start running things, and
Agent Thompson.
We'll want to phase out the people that are here, and Skip's very not paying.
Yes.
Or
I know.
Yeah,
Agent Thompson, stop right there.
Skip kind of startles and is like, "Sorry, what?"
Stop. We were telling you to go and find out production value, not to take the mine. We need to build contracts with these people. We don't have the people to go and take over these mines. We're in the middle of war.
Well, sure, but we need to secure ownership of it so that we can dictate what, where the material goes. I'm sure we can use the people that are here if we need to. If we can't, leverage our own forces, that's fine. But I thought it was paramount that we secure ownership of this mine so that, there is no confusion or question where these resources are going.
Thompson, do you know? No, you wouldn't know. I'm going to be frank with you. You know that you weren't the first choice to go on this mission, right?
I I wouldn't know that, sir. That's above my pay grade, but I'm not really sure how that pertains to the situation.
Because I've been looking at your past. Now I'm trying to remember. Is this Skip's first mission, or is this?
Yeah, I think this was the first. He was like a
mission.
desk jockey, so yeah, this is his first field work.
So, I talked with some of your overseers in the past. Some of the people that were upper brass. And the reason I'm making this call, because we thought we could get you in the field and get pretty much some experience on what it is like to be on the field, because you just your training stuff wouldn't work over in any of the campaigns that are happening around the world. However, Sergeant Riley has told me of how you do jump to extremes. Now, I'm going to be very clear, okay? This is what I need you to do. We're not here to own the mines. We don't have, we're not here to take it away from them. If we take it away from them, then, and kind of shuffle them all off, where are those people going to go? Who's going to run the mines? Who's going to do all that stuff? That is not our logistics. We need to know how much we are able to keep producing to make sure that we can help our boys that are out in the trenches, wherever they are. What I need is you to go and find out the outputs. We need to be friends with this town. Because what Riley said is that if the reports are good, you might be stationed there. You might be there to make sure that pretty much that this is a town we can trust on. However, what I'm also saying is the second part of your mission, which do not speak about it right now, just listen, is we need to make sure that some of these groups, these extremists, don't come up in these grassroots areas. These places are what feeds America and our military. It's what keeps us going, and we can't get them distracted, whether it's from anything of, let's just say, different ideologies to, I'll just come out and say it, cult-like behavior. Now, if you think you can do that, we'll keep you there. However, if you're going to stay on this notion of you have to buy the mines for the military, we will be sending you somewhere else. And it won't be as nice as Centralia. Am I clear?
Yes, sir, but with all due respect, I don't know that you have the entire picture. I mean, I'm here. I've been dealing with these townspeople, and I mean, I can say that the mine production rate is excellent. It's exactly what we want, but they're not going to just give us these materials. We need to secure the mine as an asset. And then if, as you say, we need to, we can staff the mine with the townsfolk, that's more logistics. That's beyond, my area of expertise. But I was sent here to, it was my understanding I was to secure the mine for the government, and that is certainly something I can do. I'm in a great position to do it. We're not even going to have to pay any money. I can leverage this mayor that we can get this mine free of charge, and then we'll have full ownership of it and all of the resources, and we can dictate where those resources go.
So you're saying me, a captain, someone that's been higher rank than you for years, doesn't have a good full picture of what's going on in America?
No, sir. Of course, I'm not saying that.
What are your orders, soldier or agent?
My orders were it was my understanding to secure the mine and then root out any kind of, groups that would be, less than cooperative to our country's agenda. And on that basis, I've got some contacts that I'm following up with that I think may produce some good intel there. So I've certainly made some progress in that area. And I hope I will have more to report at our next call.
Okay. How about this? Before you get any contracts or agreements from any of the leadership there, follow up on these leads. But I also want, just let me know the numbers, okay? Give me the numbers, and then we will go through the correct channels to make sure if this is a town that, and if that fits in the overall strategy of taking it as the way you are saying it. But we need those numbers and need to know the production values of what is coming out of the mines.
Absolutely. I can,
okay.
If you've got time, sir, I could go over those right now. I just need to go and get my paperwork. It's right over in my room.
Okay.
All right, so Skip goes, gets the paperwork, reads the numbers back off, gives them all that information.
All right, and then, this one's, no, I don't think there was fax machines in World War II. I'm like...
maybe telegraph.
Yeah.
Definitely telegraph.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I doubt he's going to be able to telegraph all those numbers over.
Yeah, he's like, there's what tells you to do, because this actually we're in the mindset of internet fast connections, and he's just like, okay, those are interesting numbers. Can you make a copy, mail them to us? In the meantime, before you hear back from us, see if you can follow up on those leads. Okay? Can I trust you to do that and not buy a mine?
Absolutely, yes, sir. I have no intention of buying a mine. I will not. That will not happen.
Okay. I will call you back in a couple days. Is this a good place to call you, or is there somewhere else?
No, yeah, call this number. If I'm not here, you can leave a message, but this town's so small, you're not going to be able to reach me. I wouldn't even know what number to give you.
Okay. Now I think about it, I don't even know how I got this one.
I was going to say.
I imagine there would have been some check in it prior to that.
Yeah, sure. Or like given a contact
he probably
this is
he
where
probably
I'm
called
staying.
yeah he probably called like the police office, and they're like, oh yeah, he's staying here.
Sure. Yeah.
And that is canon. So
that's how we do canon.
So he's like, okay, soldier, until next time. And, okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I will talk to you soon.
Mm-hmm. And he just hangs up.
And then Skip kind of mutters to himself, "Stupid officers." cake eaters have no idea what is going on. I am absolutely securing that mine.
Roll spot hidden for me.
That is a 50 over 25.
Alright, hold on. I gotta roll something here. Alright. You say that, and then, like, you kind of, like, step back. It's like, I imagine the camera shot of, like, where it's like a side profile as your hand is like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. As the camera backs up, and Mora's standing right there, and she's like, that's not how you talk to your supervisor. just like, just like, what? Oh, I think her voice was lower. Just like, that's not how you talk to your supervisor.
Skip just kind of like startles and looks at her, and is just like, just kind of mutters like grumpily under his breath, and walks back to his room.
And does she say something under her breath? You don't know.
Nope.
And so as we do that, we sit there, and as I look at the time, and I should have let the dog out 30 minutes ago. We see, like, we kind of, like, I don't know, I imagine the camera, like, kind of like looking at Skip, kind of walking up the stairs as we fade to black, and it's like, I'm trying to think if it was like, yeah, I think we said like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon for the debate.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, it'd be like 10 hours. I don't know, I'm doing quick math. That's how I failed high school. like a timer just shows up, and it just, like, the text on there says countdown to the debate.
Dun.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. Is Skip gonna go crazy and fly off the handle? Probably.
I just would find it. Go ahead.
I sensed a major loophole in the commander's orders.
You caught that, did you?
As well as Skip's response to those orders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As long as no money exchanges hands.
That's right.
No problems.
And on that note, go ahead.
Yep. So we'll see. I'm also just finding it funny if, like, because I think Skip was also, and this is just my reading of this, where he's just like, I'm in and out, and it's just like, yeah, you might be in and there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he clock that at all? That, like, he's being stationed here?
I think he heard the words, but he's not, like,
Processing.
he doesn't believe them. Yeah, or taking them seriously.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
you know what's gonna be real fun? When Skip meets Percy. Anyway, until next time, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.